Yes, what's up? It's Bass Boxing Basement, man. The Triple B in the house, back again. So, yeah, I've been away, man. I've been attacked with low energy by the Illuminati, by the 5G, by the poison they spread. But, I apologize to me fans, especially to me, man. The big man. The big man. I told you I'd be back. You kindly gave me about £15 because he wants to hear what's going on. But and that's cool, man. Big love to you, no homo. So, yeah, I was low, my energy lost, but I will always be back. I go through these periods. But anyway, let's talk about Big Johnny Fisher, the Rumford bum. He's Alen Babic, also a bum. Well, to be honest, I quite like Johnny Fisher. He's good for boxing. He's likable. He's not arrogant. His father is a disgusting, obese pig. And I advise him, say to your dad, he must be having the time of your life, man. Your young son is a up-and-coming heavyweight prospect, but you can't stop eating, man. I'd say, listen, man, just pull it back, blood. You look horrible. You're fat. Your ankles are fat. You're red. Don't do it. But let's talk about the fight. So, So I've looked at forums and stuff like that, and a lot of people give Babic a chance, which I think is insane. Alen Babic was knocked out in a round by Lukas Rozanski, and I predicted that. Remember, I told you get on it, 14-1 in the first round for Rozanski by KO. But I knew Rozanski was ordinary, but he could punch and he'd go for it, And against a guy like Babic, who just comes out slugging and throwing shots, it was perfectly set up for him to get knocked out. And Rozanski got battered by Lawrence Okoli, who we know is he's talented, but he's no warrior. And he took him out in a round, Rozanski. And Babic couldn't last a round with him himself. And that was a bridgeweight, right? And yeah, some people say, "Oh, it's a fake division. It shouldn't exist." I think it should exist, but what they need to do is to drop cruiserweight to 190 pounds, maybe 195, and have bridgeweight limit 210, something like that. I think that's completely reasonable. I think there should be a division between cruiserweight and heavyweight, because these days, the guys are so big. You got Big Bang Jile Jang. He's 285 pounds. Guys like that are just too big, So, Babic vs. Fisher. Now, a lot of people say, "Oh, Fisher, he's a southern area level guy," which isn't bad, by the way. I don't agree with that. I think he's bigger than that. He's like a British level guy. He's strong. He can punch. He's a decent sized heavyweight. And Babic, not only did he get stopped by Rozanski, he's been badly hurt in a couple of his fights against that French dude, for example. So, he will come out smoking, Babic. And that's why I like him. I don't like Babic. I mean, I think he's more suited to the bare knuckle scene where you could just go in there and the bare knuckle scene is more about toughness and violence. There's not much skill in it. I think he'd be more suited to that. But we'll wait till the weigh-in. But Babic generally weighs around, 210, something like that. He looks bigger now. At the press conference. But Johnny Fisher's aggressive. He can punch. There's no doubt. He is aggressive. And this is why I think you know, if Fisher goes for it, he should be able to knock out Babic the bum, the cabbage, Babic the cabbage, probably in a round or two. If he goes for it, and that's the difference. We don't know if he'll go for it. He might try and box, because I'm sure his trainers are like, look, try and box more, don't take them risks. But Babic is a perfect opponent to be knocked out in the first round by Fisher. Obviously, DAZN want Johnny Fisher to win because they know there's a lot of money to be made out of Johnny Fisher, right? And, the tickets he sells, the personality he has, Babic is Croatian. He's not from the UK. He's a bum. He's a slugger. Like I said, he's tough, man. If you saw him guarding the door in a club, you wouldn't want to mess with him. But this is boxing. So I believe that if Fisher comes out aggressive, Fisher should be able to knock out Babic in 1 or 2 rounds. No problem. And I believe he will. And I hope he will. It will be, some people have stated it's like a brawl between two pissheads outside a kebab house. That's not really fair, man. I mean, Babic had about 100 amateur fights. Fisher, I don't know how many amateur fights he had. I think it's only like 20 or 10 or something. But these guys are definitely above the level of a pub brawler. On the other hand, I believe Babic will go for it from the first minute, because that's all he's shown so far. That's all he does is attack. And I like that, by the way. These kind of fighters are entertaining. So, if he does that, and Fisher holds his feet and gets into a brawl, which he should do, I believe he'll knock out Babic within 2 rounds. You could get, the odds have dropped now. You could get 10-1 on Fisher in the first round. Now I think you get like 7-1. I put a bit of money on Fisher in the first 2 rounds. I got 4-1, which is fabulous. But if they sit there and slug, right, I believe Babic will go out quickly in the first 2 rounds. We'll see the weigh-in. As I said, Babic looked bigger than usual. And obviously weight makes a difference. But having said that, his chin was shown to be ropey. He got knocked out by a 38-year-old Polish dude who hadn't fought for 2 years or something. A cruiserweight essentially. And Fisher can punch, and certainly if he wants to go forward, and DAZN want him to, of course DAZN want him to, he should be able to KO Babic if they get in a firefight. So at this point, and as I said, I'm surprised by the number of people that go, oh, Babic has fought at a higher level. But like, what? Who has he fought at a higher level? Steve Robinson? I was at that fight. And Steve Robinson is tough with a great chin, but he's one of the biggest bums I've seen live for sure, and he took punch after punch after punch until getting stopped on his feet. And Fisher is a level above Robinson. Okay, so if they engage early, Johnny Fisher should knock out Babic. Apparently Fisher's got a great chin. People that have sparred him, he sparred a lot of top guys like Fury, Joe Joyce, people like that. And they've all said he's got a good chin. So, and he's got that big head. And Babic has a big head. Babic looks like he should have a big chin. A great chin, excuse me. But he gets hurt. So I'm going for Johnny Fisher in round 1 or 2. I'm looking forward to the fight. It'll be a proper brawl. None of this messing around. None of this, trying to block punches with his shoulder, leaning on the ropes, run around the ring. These are two bangers. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the fight. The undercard isn't great. So I was thinking of going, but I ain't going. But, yeah, I think Johnny Fisher will knock out Alen Babic, the Cabbage Babic, within 2 rounds.